Next on TCM, Paper Moon, then The Prisoner of 2nd Avenue, and later, Harold and Maude. TCM's lineup is to die for tonight.
We've arrived at night 3.
Another Friday night with you, child of the 70s. That's me because I'm older than you, unfortunately, although we look comparable. Anyways, Paper Moon, Prisoner of 2nd Avenue, that's our double bill tonight. Paper Moon, directed by Peter Bogdanovich from 1973, probably my favorite Peter Bogdanovich film. It kind of takes its time. It's a beautiful film. It's hilariously funny.
Speaking of taking its time,
What?
my first question wasn't even a question. It was just night 3, and that was 42 seconds ago.
Well, that's okay. So, because I go on, I ramble, I can't, I repeat myself. What's your favorite Peter Bogdanovich film?
Well, I think it's What's Up, Doc,
Yeah.
because of that scene in the drugstore with Ryan O'Neal and Barbara Streisand. You know, he tries to buy buffered aspirin, and they're like, what's the price? The guy's like, $68.23. And he's like, how much is the unbuffered? Because she's tricked him into buying the clock radio.
And
also,
he's really funny in What's Up,
so
Doc. And he's really funny in this, and he's so handsome in this also.
Speaking of being funny in What's Up, Doc, and in Paper Moon, Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn, one of the greatest comedic actresses of all time.
She'd been in a short, and then Peter hired her for What's Up, Doc, and then Paper Moon, and then she did Blazing Saddles with Mel Brooks. And both Mel and Peter said the same thing about Madeline Kahn, which was that she never had any idea how funny she was being.
She didn't.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I did a reading of a Jerry Herman musical called Dear World, which was originally done with Angela Lansbury on Broadway. It was a big bomb, but we did a reading of it with Cheetah Rivera, Madeline Kahn, Deborah Monk, Alfred Molina, Michael C. Hall, Audrey McDonald, and me playing the deaf mute. And that was the name of the character. That's how bad I wanted to be in the room.
You playing a deaf mute.
And I signed
that had to be the most difficult role of your career.
It was not, because I was sitting next to Madeline Kahn, and I asked her where she was from. She was like, you wouldn't know where I was from. I'm like, where? It's a small town in Massachusetts. I said, where? And she said, Revere. I went, Revere? My cousin was killed in Revere by the mafia. I know Revere. She was like, really? She said, but I moved.
Is that true?
It's true. She said, I moved. Her mother moved her to New York when she was 4 years old because her mother wanted to be an actress. She had a very interesting life. And I remember that day, that was the 75th anniversary of Warner Brothers, and they were showing a decade a day at the cinema. The decade was the 70s. And they were showing The Exorcist and Blazing Saddles. And I said to her at the elevator as we were leaving rehearsal, I said, I'm going to see a picture tonight. She was like, what picture? I said, I'm going to see Blazing Saddles. She said, it's the 75th anniversary. Warner Brothers are showing it, new print. Went to see it, came back the next day. I said, I want you to know something. I said, your name came up on the screen and you got applause. You were the only one. I said, and after your number, I'm tired, you got applause. The only one. I wanted to let her know, because I know people of that genius have no idea how great they are. And she was...
And for those who haven't seen Paper Moon, which is the story of Ryan O'Neal, a con man, and this young 9-year-old girl who comes along with him on this road trip as he cons people selling Bibles and tries to stay out of trouble, who may or may not be his daughter, and it's played by his daughter, Tatum O'Neal.
And she's astonishing.
Yeah, and that's really just the movie. It's just about their relationship. It's just a road trip. It's just a series of things that happen in different
It's almost a two-hander.
That's right.
It's almost just two characters.
Except for when Madeline.
Yeah, Madeline. And look, just because it's his daughter doesn't mean they're going to have chemistry. I don't know how it's her first movie. I don't know how she gave this performance. I have no idea. She's unbelievable.
So one of the reasons, well, first of all, she's very talented. But
incredibly talented.
One of the reasons is because Peter is a brilliant director. And at his best, Peter Bogdanovich is as good as anybody. He could elicit these great performances. I mean, there was some criticism that her performance was manufactured by the director. Yeah. Okay. And what? That's what good directors do sometimes, right?
Yes, but it also, you have to have something to work with.
No, of course. He elicited this great performance out of her. She was super frustrating because she kept blowing takes, but Peter was able, where Ryan would lose his temper with his daughter, Peter was sort of able to step in. And he loved directing her, and he had this great skill, and she delivered it's an amazing performance. She became the youngest winner of an Academy Award, still the youngest winner of an Academy Award. Yes, she just said, all I want to thank is my director, Peter Bogdanovich, and my father. And this movie looks beautiful. It's shot in black and white. You know who told Peter to shoot it in black and white?
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles.
That's right, trying to stump me. I know my stuff sometimes.
Yeah, he basically said there's never been a good picture made in color.
Did he say that?
Yeah, that's Orson Welles.
So funny. Well, they were very close. They really knew each other well. I know you know all about this because The Plot Thickens. You did that great podcast with him.
Plot Thickens was Peter Bogdanovich. Yeah, Welles also So he told him to shoot it in black and white. And then when they came, the book was called Addie Pray. When they came up with the title Paper Moon, Wells said, "That's perfect. It's a great title. You shouldn't even make the movie. Just release the title."
Anyway, this film is one of my favorites, and I'm very happy we picked it. And it makes me laugh a lot. It brings me a lot of joy. And, I just love this movie.
All right, well, let's take a look at it. We'll come back. We'll speak afterwards.
We will speak
or
afterwards.
You'll speak afterwards.
No, you'll speak too. Don't act like you can't get a word in edgewise because you... Passive aggressive. There's that word again.
From 1973, directed by Peter Bogdanovich, Ryan O'Neal, Tatum O'Neal, Madeline Kahn, Paper Moon.
I have no idea who this man next to me is. Hilarious.
Hilarious and such a sweet ending.
Exactly. It's the sweetest movie.
I feel like her aunt's probably going to look for her this time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But the fact that they end up together at the end.
Yeah, all Ryan O'Neal has to say is, you know what, I'm her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Doesn't matter, even whether he is or isn't. But she's got his jaw. She's got his jaw.
Yeah, and they cast her because she does look like him, and that question is through the whole film. Is it his daughter? What's
interesting is that's what fueled it. But an earlier version of it, I don't know whether the title was Paper Moon yet. Maybe it was his Addie Pray, but it was going to be Paul Newman and Nell Potts.
I know.
Yeah, with John Huston directing.
John Huston was going to direct it, and then it didn't happen.
That fell through, and then it landed with Peter. By the way, screenplay also nominated for an Academy Award by Alvin Sargent.
It's a great screenplay. Tatum O'Neal can deliver a line. I want my $200. Every time she said it was hilarious. She's pretty terrific in this movie.
Everybody is.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Madeline Kahn.
John Hillerman
playing dual roles.
Yeah. And Burton Gilliam.
Oh, God, I love him.
He plays the desk clerk at the hotel, who then we then saw Mel cast in Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Because he saw this.
Oh,
called him. He was a fireman in Dallas, Texas, because they shot a lot of Paper Moon in Texas. He was still a fireman.
This was his first role.
And that was his first role. Mel called him and said, "Hey, I want to talk to Burton Gilliam," and hired him. And on 3 trips to come out to L.A., he kept turning it down because it wasn't enough money to quit his job as a fireman. And then finally he said, "Look, I make $12,000 a year. I'd have to make at least that for the movie." And Mel was like, "Well, we need you for about 3 weeks at $4,000 a week. It's no problem." And then with overtime, he made $24,000 for the movie.
I love that you know his salary.
He told me the story.
And he worked all the time after that.
Oh, yeah, he still works. He lives in Texas, but he still works from time to time, yeah.
Yeah, he's very funny. What a face for the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of presence. I can't say enough about this movie. I'm glad we showed it. I'm glad that it exists. And I love that it's in beautiful black and white. Orson Welles.
That's right.
He did Last Picture Show in black and white.
There's never been a good picture made in color.
That's
what it was. Exactly.
Well, Last Picture Show was in black and white,
yeah,
too.
So 2 of Peter's first 3 films were in black and white.
He was a hell of a filmmaker.
Yeah, and, Peter, a complicated life. He conceded that you make those 3 pictures right off the bat. Picture Show, What's Up, Doc, Paper Moon. And they call Picture Show the greatest American film since Citizen Kane.
Yep.
He let it go to his head. And he was, I think, probably an arrogant pain in the ass for a while. But life humbled him. He was aware of himself. He was so sweet, and I have not met anybody, including Robert Osborne, who loved these movies as much as Peter. I mean, Robert and Peter are like the 2 guys whose life was defined by classic Hollywood.
I completely understand that. There's nothing like classic Hollywood, which is why this station is on 24/7 in my home, as I've said many times. This brings me more joy than anything in the world. I love this so much. I can't believe we've been talking about doing the 70s for a while.
Yeah.
And here we are doing it and arguing and loving and just disagreeing and agreeing and talking about it with great passion and almost as passionate as our bromance is.
Mario, thank you. Good stuff.
Thank you very much. It was delightful. Great music in this movie too, by the way.
Yeah, I've been humming.
Keep Your Sunny Side Up. Yeah. I mean, really great musicals. It's a great score.
Mario is not going away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When we come back, Mario and I will introduce Prisoner of Second Avenue from 1975, Jack Lemmon and Anne Bancroft. That is next on TCM.
Mr. Neil Simon.
Next on TCM, The Prisoner of Second Avenue, then Harold and Maude, and later Shaft. Shut your mouth. TCM's on tonight.